Hi, I'm Dev, participating in Expedition 72 of ARISS Series 23 SSTV experiment. My call sign is 9Y4 Delta Golf. And what I'm going to do here in this pretty short video is look at some of the receiving antennas, some of the software that we use, and try to maximize the picture quality that we would get from these SSTV experiments. My first experiment really was to use a 160 meter full-size dipole to receive the satellite images. And this dipole was connected to my trusty ICOM 705. On the ICOM 705, I ran the ICOM software, the ARISS BA1 version 2, and I recorded the audio so that I can, use the audio to post-process signals and compare it with different pieces of equipment and so on. Two of the images I downloaded for one particular pass of the satellite. Here they are. Quality is pretty bad. Simultaneously, with the 160 meter antenna experiment on the ICOM 705, I was using the FT5D with a whip antenna to see how those signals will compare with the 160 meter dipole on the 705. The signal was also recorded for post-event processing and analysis. One will certainly agree that the signal quality was much better than the 160 meter dipole. That's the vertical whip. Both pictures, as you can see, are much better than what was received on the 160 meter dipole. The passes the night before had maximum elevation, I think, of about 67 degrees. Pretty good elevation. Next morning, I decided to try the trusty arrow antenna, and the maximum elevation for the two passes was 23. One was 13, the other was 23 degrees. And using the arrow antenna, next morning, the signals were, of course, quite consistent, quite good, and of course, this can be seen in the image quality that was received using the arrow antenna. Pretty impressive, very simple setup, and I used the ISS detector as the software to track the satellite on my smartphone. Here are the images. As an extra, I'm going to share an experiment I did as well. Here it is. So we're going to conduct a little experiment looking at the recording capability, what is the playback capability of an iPad Air running Black Cat SSTV and an Android. This is the Samsung S22 Ultra running Robot 36. to restart the iPad. And just a little note, both microphones are actually equidistant from the speaker. Notice the iPad had some little issue with coloration. I know I probably was supposed to set phase or skew, but why do I have to do that? There's a free software on the Android that does a perfect job. Okie dokie, this is Dev 9Y4 Delta Golf. Thank you very much for viewing this short presentation on my experiments within the last 10 hours of today. And I hope this helps in allowing you to determine what are some of the software you should use. Just as a little note, some people could use the audio, the last bit of audio there, to fine tune and practice receiving signals using your software. You could test it on various receiving software on both your, if you have a tablet, a smartphone, a computer. Simply play back the audio and you should be able to decode some pretty good images. Thank you again. This is Dev saying 7-3. Bye for now.